Hey! Welcome to me inn. Ha ha! It looks like the bard is about to begin. I'll pour ya an ale over the stories, fables, and tales about the swords, sickles, and spells in the depths of the swells. So take a listen to the tales that we spin here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Carriage Rest Tales. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Mike, and to my left we have...
Hey, hello everybody. This is Ryan. I'll be playing Kincaid the Sorcerer. Last time, Kincaid went all out on some torchies to save Captain Brandon and Chad.
And this is Nick. I'll be playing Vasto the Half-Orc Barbarian. And in the last episode, Vasto got to use his flying circlet thing and his new sword for the first time in combat. So he took out that big gladiator warrior guy.
I think we all rolled a critical hit on him.
You also knocked out Captain Brandon with your new sword too.
Yeah, that was great. Yep. Still getting used to that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Sam, and I play Woods, the Elven Ranger. Last time for Woods, it was just a lot of chaos, and she realized it would be really helpful if she could phase in and out of Dorma and back to Ivana. So she's going to kind of work on that whenever we have some short and long rests. That's going to be her mission to kind of get that down.
I believe last we left off, you guys had saved Captain Brandon. Chad was in tow. You guys raced out of the internment camp that was all in chaos, and you are fleeing the scene.
Didn't I cast a huge tidal wave behind us?
Yes,
like push a bunch of water towards people to keep them off
you were
our
getting
tracks.
chased by some Denoa spider type things, and then you turned and pushed them back towards the rest of the chaos so you guys could flee off into the darkness.
So I'm assuming Chad probably has Captain Brandon.
Yep, I believe he was carrying Captain Brandon with him.
All right. So we are full off sprinting out of Butchertown towards
Lewiston,
the bay, where
up
our
to you
boat
guys.
was.
I don't know if you guys are going to try to go through the city, if you were going to just run out of the, away from the city, or what your plan was.
Yeah, I don't want to go back towards the
Are we
city.
going to try to go to the cave?
Yeah, I want to get back to the boats to get Captain Brandon and Chad back to the elves. Cave Town?
Cave Town. But aren't we on the side of Cave Town?
No, you are on the south side of Black Bay Harbor. Cave Town is north of Black Bay Harbor.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember, where did we park
hold on.
where did we
I'm
park
holding my map the wrong way.
Where did we park the boats?
You got to read it upside down.
Yeah.
Was it in Charcoal Bay, like in the...
You guys
or
parked your rowboat in Charcoal Bay under a dock, but you left the Jacques outside of that little barricade of the bay.
Kind of on the map where it says Black Bay Harbor.
Okay, so we need to go southwest along the outskirts of the city wall and then head kind of northwest.
Or why don't we just go to the dock, steal a boat, and go to our boat, and then torch the small boat?
Are we on Ivana's side?
You are on the Ivana side right now.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we go?
We just need to run towards Charcoal Bay, find the nearest boat,
all right,
get to the Jock, and get to the cave.
Let's stay outside the city walls. Let's hit Bayside. Let's just run, get to the water, steal a boat, and then let's just start trying to move.
Why don't you lead us?
Okay.
We'll have Chad and Captain Brandon follow you, and then you and I can bring up the rear.
Okay, sounds good. And we're just trucking it, right?
Oh, yeah, we're full speed.
Okay.
So
what do you want rolls?
not worrying about stealth at all. You're just going to manhandle your way through it.
I mean, I want to use discretion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like, ah!
I figured we just left a pretty chaotic scene with rifts open.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say when we get through the fields of Butchertown, we're chucking it, we're moving it. And as soon as it starts to quiet down, we're going to stealth it.
Okay.
So when we hit this
field,
Bayside,
Araka mine, that road to Araka mine, we're going to start stealthing.
Because didn't I start a big fire inside the city too?
Yeah,
I'm hoping they're not too focused
it's pretty
entirely
chaotic
on us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to use some discretion.
Yeah, let's use some discretion.
All right, so you guys book it. You don't run into any issues. You get to the road to Araka Mine, which is kind of like, okay, I feel like I'm far enough away from everything. Maybe we'll try to be a little bit more cautious from this point forward. Go ahead and roll advantage for stealth checks, since you guys did cause so much chaos originally. And say they were just going to take the average.
I did 22.
21.
13.
22. So probably around 18 or so. So I'd say you guys are able to approach slowly, mixed in with the chaos, because you see that some of the citizens from Bayside are grabbing pails of water and trying to help put out the fire so you can kind of move with the crowd towards the water, and then you kind of sneak onto one of the boats. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's do Sam. Roll a D4. We'll see if you found a boat that is occupied or not occupied.
2.
It is not occupied.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Everyone get in. I'm going to start rowing. You get in the water and start pushing us.
Yeah, I'm going to push them off, and then I want to try to swim ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I can be more alert.
So you're scouting out underwater, making sure they miss any boats, going back and redirecting them.
Does our boat have a sail?
Yeah, we can say it has a sail.
Or can I reach down in the water and cast gust?
Like a little motorboat?
Like a little motorboat?
Sure, we can do that.
That's a cantrip. So I look over at Vaso with his one arm, try to row.
We got Chad.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So they're rowing, and I'm going to just stick both my hands at the back of the boat and like continuously just hitting gust underwater.
So you guys are able to quickly flee.
That would be a perfect opportunity if I had a hook on my hand. Like, R.
We'll have to get you accessories for your nub. Maybe for Christmas if you're lucky.
So you guys are able to make it all the way around in the darkness to the Jacques.
Awesome. Can we, what do you want to do with this boat? Can you sink it?
Yeah, I can probably get underneath it and poke some holes in it and
I'd
sink
say
it.
you're apt at being on how to sink a boat.
Okay.
So we're on the Jock now. We gotta.
Is it still nighttime?
Yeah, it's still nighttime. You guys,
Where was Noma's going?
from your sprint and all over, I would say it only took an hour to get from the chaos, get to Bayside, get to the Jacques.
The mechanical whale was heading east.
It's heading out to sea.
So I think if we want to make sure Captain Brandon and Chad are okay, then the three of us need to, if that's our mission.
Yeah, are we taking the
go-
Jock or are we gonna take a different boat?
Or don't we have 2 boats?
Yeah, we can back up and say you haven't sunk that second boat yet.
No,
Yeah, there was the second boat that
No, we brought 2 boats.
Klein came in on.
We brought 2 boats there.
Yeah, both rowboats.
We have a plethora of boats, really.
Yeah, an armada, if you will.
Didn't you guys just have the Jock and 2 rowboats though? Or did you
Let's
bring
back
the
up.
whole? Did you bring the whole arc?
No, I thought we just took.
We had 2 big boats.
The boat Klein came in on. We didn't take the Jock to Black Bay Harbor.
Took the arc. The Jacques is back at Cape Town.
Yes.
So you have a sailing boat.
Great.
We have 1 sailing boat,
Okay.
and at this
My head
point,
hurts.
1 rowboat.
Fine.
Do we want a rowboat, or are you trying to get a boat from somebody else on the dock?
Well,
We already took a sailboat.
Yep, you haven't sunk it yet.
So, okay, we're on one big boat right now. What do we want to do? Vasto's going to pull out his tapestry and
Good
going
call.
to see where Nomus is going. Like where Nomus, where it's pulling.
He's still pulling you out towards sea.
Okay, so that's actually heading back towards
The island.
Island is going to be north.
I'm clearly not the captain of any of these boats.
Okay, we're heading north. We sunk the boat we stole from Black Bay Harbor. We don't care about the boats we came in on. We're going to make sure Captain Brandon and Chad are okay.
We're gonna drop them off at Cape Town.
Yes. We'll
Gotcha.
get some healing, come up with a plan, and then
Go find
Nomus.
Okay.
All right, so it is a 2-day trip. We decided to Cave Town. That was if you're rushing. It's going to be 3 days if you're not going to rush.
I mean, I think the quicker we get there, the better.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I think so. I just don't want to draw a ton of attention to us.
Yeah, didn't that horse guy say something about start the merger?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good either. And where were they going to do that?
I don't know.
Get to Captain Ebeneer. It's time for the merger. But I think we overheard him.
Captain Evanier, is that the water people?
You've heard Captain Ivanier is the guy that was the leader of the pirates.
How do we find them?
Probably with Nomus.
Great. Cool. Okay.
I have a feeling everything's getting ready to come together.
I agree. So we're going to Cape Town. Let's go to Cape Town. We'll do some hit dice. We'll do a tiny short rest.
See if the elves can give us some healing potions.
Yeah.
You guys can do a short rest on your way or at Cave Town, whatever you want to do, but you can take a short rest
On the way.
on the way. You're not going to run into any problems.
On the way.
You guys are just a normal merchant ship at this point. Maybe we'll say you've passed by a couple of quote-unquote patrols, but you guys are able to get below deck. No issues at all.
Is Captain Brandon okay? I think I'd be checking on him and
Yeah,
Chad.
I think Captain Brandon would have received a concussion maybe before he got hit in the head with the sword. But other than that, he's starting to become more alert and, well, he's excited to see you, obviously.
It's been a year and a half, I think, 2
Yep,
years.
but about a year and a half. So they're going to catch up a little bit with you if there's anything in particular you want to know.
I think I'd want to know how he got captured by the Order of Light. Because I think before at the Dwarven Town, was it Dwarven Town?
Mhm.
I mean, they were around each other, no problems.
Stringham, yep.
Yeah.
Yes, so he would have been captured when he went back to Black Bay Harbor because by that point, the rumor had spread that you used to be on his crew.
Okay.
And from the cards of Dex, known to be a shadow.
Okay.
So he was arrested on suspicion of harboring a shadow.
I think I would tell him that before we rescued him, we evacuated his home island and that Blanca and his daughter, I can't remember her name, Toria, are safe where we're going.
Thank you. And where are we going?
It's near Stringham.
He would know where Cape Town is. So
Cape Town, yes.
Okay.
The elves, I think, are being gracious and keeping people until all this kind of de-escalates.
Yes, they've been good people.
So I think our plan is to drop you and Chad off, and then we got to go find their friend. Did you hear anything? Yes. Did you hear anything about Nomus while you were being locked up?
No, I didn't really hear anything about him, but I did hear chatter that his brother was working with them, that he was trying to find the people that murdered his brother. Something along those lines. That's all I could really hear, though.
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
us.
Who's his brother?
It's Shadow Nomus.
Okay. I don't know.
Captain, did you meet anyone named Benson? Big guy.
Benson. No.
Work.
No, I don't remember meeting anyone named Benson.
What about a centaur? Damien, horse guy?
A centaur did stop by and asked me some questions.
What do you remember what he asked you?
He was asking me particularly about Kincaid, and if I tried to tell him I didn't know who you were, so I don't think he got anything out, but he seemed very interested in what Kincaid was and how he knew about people on the other side. It was weird. He was asking weird questions.
I think along back to Cape Town, I would be asking Basso and Woods more about Damien. Like who he is, what can he do?
I mean, I think he can do a lot.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, he's definitely dangerous. I mean, he's the one that created the phase rounds. He's the one that created the air elemental ships. Like he's a tinkerer, he's an inventor. He can, and I think at one point we saw him just in a lab doing things to people. Like he's dangerous. He's not a good person or centaur.
That's all I need to know. Like I didn't know.
He's definitely somebody that we should
kill. If
kill.
we run across him, oh wow, okay.
They all
That's
need to
simple
go.
enough.
They all need to go.
I have no problem dispatching Torchies. So.
You've made that clear.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you know this about
All
me,
of you
but
guys have actually at this
And
point.
she's going to look at Vasa. Like, you're going to have to make a decision because Benson will kill us.
Oh, you won't. Not Benson.
He's going to.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Damien, maybe, yeah.
You honestly think that Benson isn't in charge of this? You honestly think that?
Yeah.
I hope you're right. But when he starts going after you, I'll come in and kill him for you.
No, he's mine. You leave him alone. I got him.
She's going back to the bottom of the boat.
So I see they still argue with each other after the 2 years.
Some things have never changed. No.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to help them and get back to sea with you and the crew.
Yeah. Let's help them out so they can move on.
Let's help them. Wink, wink.
I'll stay with the elves at Cave Town, and then I guess you'll just come back. How will I know? I don't want to lose you again.
I don't know how long this is going to take.
I mean, our only home is really Cave Town.
Yeah.
So
we'll eventually come back.
We'll be back.
One of us should come back.
Yeah. We'll call on the shell phone.
On the shelf.
I guess we do have that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll
if we
make
need
sure
to send reinforcements, if we need to get Chad and your dad and
reinforcements isn't a bad idea. I know originally the pirates were trying to recruit the elves. Maybe
You think we should just bring some?
maybe they'd be interested in opposing them instead.
I was kind of thinking, what if the three of us kind of went on a scouting mission and we kind of get some people on deck of like, be ready when we call if we need support.
I think we're going to be in a situation where we're not going to have time. I think if whatever we're facing, it's going to happen fast once we get there. And we're not going to have time to call in recruits afterwards. So I think they either get on the ship with us or it's just us.
Or we
Or
take
could
two ships.
Both ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's load them up.
Yeah, if the elves went to. I figured Bonnie would help us, your dad, Chad,
Yeah.
Klein.
I think they would all be willing to help.
Well, we probably need some people at Cape Town.
Yeah, we'll leave some to defend Cape Town.
Yes. Well, the elves of K-Town do have a little militia, if you remember.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They were responsible for keeping the Denoa out on the Dorma side. So they won't be able to spare them because they are doing the job that needs to be done to keep the rift safe. But let's go ahead and roll. I'll let you guys decide. It's going to be charisma based. We're going to see how many people you can recruit from the elves. You guys can decide who rolls, or I'm going to take the lowest.
Okay. All right.
I have a +1 to charisma.
I have a -1.
Unless we're going to use perception, which I don't know if you
It
let
has
me
to be a
use.
charisma-based
I have a +3.
skill.
You have +3?
I mean, as a general, I guess that would make sense.
You roll it. Go give him the best rally speech you can give.
Do I get advantage because I'm a general and I'm used to
get
rallying?
you have +3 for that reason.
Well, I know, but I have a 5% chance of
What, how
not
many-
getting
Do you have any
anybody.
Yeah,
inspiration
yeah.
floating around?
So just rolling the 1.
Yeah, just the one.
I'm dropping the cat one. It's not my roll. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing it wasn't my roll. We will not go quietly into the night. This is our Independence Day. 20.
Nice.
Not-natural.
Nice.
17 plus 3.
Yeah, we'll take it.
You said night, and I was like, circle. We won't go to the night circle, but that's where you're going.
I was trying to do the president's speech
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
You crushed it.
All right.
Crushed it.
I don't remember it
So
verbatim.
a 20. I was just going to give you what you rolled. So we'll say you get 20 elves that are going
Nice.
to be able to join your crew.
Okay.
Does that include Klein and Vasso's dad?
No,
So 20 extra elves.
20 extra elves from the Firefly survivors, Firefly City's fighters.
So we have 20 elves.
And
Or is
they'll
that just like a mixture of
mixture
fighters?
of fighters. They do have more magic on them because for some reason the people at Dorma are more magical. So it would be a higher mix of magic like classes. So,
Okay.
you know, like druid, sorcerer.
I just put fighters, mages, and then we'll have Klein, Chad. I always forget your dad's name.
Clyde.
Stern.
And then
Bonnie.
So we'll have 24 people joining us,
Plus us.
plus us. Yeah. Am I forgetting somebody?
Is Captain Brandon coming? Or
He's not really a fighter.
No, Captain Brandon's not going to come.
I know his wife is, but
Wife is, but I think
Yeah,
they're
I'm
going
not-
to,
no, I'm
yeah,
not.
I don't think they would volunteer to go fight the pirates.
plus we have wasn't a couple dozen people from the island that are there too, that are all kind of capable fighters in some respects.
I feel like the people on the island were more your mercantile people, so the people that were helping make the goods. So you remember the island had like sheep and a
that's right,
dye
there's,
shop.
Dye. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So they were the ones that were making a lot of the vegetables and the clothing and stuff that you were selling on the merchant ship.
Okay. Got it.
So they're not really fighters.
Okay.
All the sailors would have been the fighters.
So do we want to take one boat, two boats, just all sail on one ship?
Yeah, I like the Armada idea.
Yeah, 2 boats.
Our 2-boat armada?
Yeah.
2 boats.
All right. So you're gonna-
Could we also can we make sure that the boats have little like dinghies, like rowboats that can kind of come off them? Because if we get in like a ship battle, maybe those people can like kind of come around and circle the other boat.
like little rowboats?
Yeah, like
Lifeboats?
like little lifeboats that they can kind of pop in and.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have much in the sense of armament because it was a merchant ship. And the Ark,
Right.
which was your other ship in your armada, was a we need to get out of Dodge survival ship.
Okay.
So neither of them are equipped with cannons or anything like that.
Well, I think we want to be kind of incognito
Yeah.
while we search for Nomus. So I don't think we want to bring attention to ourselves, like you said. Oh, I was going to make some more grease bags too. Can I say I made 3 more?
Yeah, it's fine.
I like my grease bags.
I guess we'll fast forward to you guys equipped both boats the best you can. You have grease bags. You split your personnel, so hopefully you have some skilled fighters on each side.
And our personalities. It's fine.
Yeah.
Are you guys
You're
all
type A.
Are you guys all going to stay on the same boat together, or are you going to be on separate boats?
I feel like we should be on the same boat and
Yeah.
then like just have like soldiers and
Yeah.
people on the other one. Like
Yeah.
that'll be our backup if they need to come in and, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So the 3 of us and just some of the elves on our boat
Yeah, a handful of elves, and the other boat has your dad and Klein
and Bonnie.
and Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie
Chad.
came. I missed that one.
Is Chad coming?
Yeah, Chad's there. I wrote him down.
All right, then we'll take one of them with us.
Uh-huh.
Let's take your dad.
Okay.
He knows the order.
So boat 1 is 3 of us, Clyde, and 10 of the elves.
Perfect.
And then boat 2 is all other. It's written down. It's official now.
I'll remember that. I'll have to look over and be like, who's on the boat again?
Who am I killing?
Who's dying this time? All right, you guys set out to sail, and let's go ahead and roll some survival checks.
Everyone, or you picking one person?
Well, we're sailing in the direction of the...
Tapestry.
It's been a few days. Where's the tapestry pointing?
Yeah.
Is it still west?
It is, at this point, it's going to be more southwest because you guys went north to Cape Town.
Okay.
But now that you kind of are expecting it to be in the ocean, you do realize it's not in Black Bay Harbor, but it's out in the ocean.
Gotcha. Okay. Survival check.
Yep.
4.
16.
22.
4, 16, and 22 would be an average of 10 or 12-ish. So you guys are going to take a few days longer than you expect because the tapestry kind of keeps going in and out. Same thing as you remember, every once in a while, it won't be pulling on you, and then it will all of a sudden start pulling again. So it's kind of going in and out. So you kind of like sail for a while, then you're like, oh, you have to switch directions and sail back. Switch directions, sail back. And then after a while, someone comes up to the general. Captain Kincaid?
Yes.
I feel like you have us going in circles. Is there a reason we keep backtracking on ourselves?
Well, we're trying to find their friend, and we're being guided by this parchment. Do you think we keep passing it, or it's down below?
Yeah. You want to take a dive? You want to take a swim?
Yeah. Where's it pointing now?
Where's it? I'm going to pull it out.
I would think if we get to a point, and it was kind of like, because it pulled you down underneath the deck of the ship at one point,
yeah.
didn't it?
Well, yeah, it basically changed direction.
Yeah, well...
So you're saying, like, it'll stop pointing direction?
It'll stop pointing directions
and then,
altogether.
And then it'll pull
I think
again?
that means he's in Dorma.
Yeah, and then it'll pull again?
Yep.
Like, is it going in the same direction, or...
That was what the survival check was for. To see if you guys could figure out if it was going in the same direction each time.
But it sounds like we're going west a little bit, and then backtracking, going east a little bit.
And then you'd go north a little bit, then you would go south a little bit. So it seems like you're constantly missing your target.
Where's it pointing now?
Gonna pull it out and...
Pick a direction, north.
Have we tried this? If both Vaso and I hold it, is it stronger if we hold it together?
Try.
Both just hold on to the map together.
It's the same strength.
I don't know if our powers combined.
So let's keep going until it stops or
And then
changes direction
and then we gotta
again,
go to
and then
Dorma.
I can take a dive, see if it's underwater, because he was on the mechanical whale.
Yeah.
He wasn't the mechanical one. All right, so you guys go north for, we'll say 3 hours or so, and then it stops pulling, and you're not feeling it pull down, you're not feeling it pull up, it just stops.
I want to open a rift.
I'll hand it to Tapestry to Woods.
How does this work if I'm in a boat? If I open a rift and go to the other side, is there already a boat on the other side, or am I just going to jump in the water?
You're
Just stick
dropping in the water.
Just stick your head out and,
Yeah, I'm just
like
going
a
to
window.
open up a little baby rift. I'm going to use 1 point.
Okay, I assume you guys stopped the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Full
yeah,
halt.
so I'm just like,
Just running down.
yeah.
All right, you stop the ship, you open it up for 1 point, enough that you'd be able to fit through.
Yeah.
You stick your head through and you see that it's just open ocean on the other side.
Yeah,
There's
but
not a
I'm
boat
going
there.
to,
Don't drop the Tapestry.
I'm not going to drop the tapestry.
While she does
I
this,
have an
can
idea.
I just jump in the water?
Yeah, that works. You can jump in the water while she's above in Dorma. You're going to try to go into
I'm
the
going to see
water.
if I can sense the mechanical whale. I know it makes a stream, like a jet stream sort of thing.
All right, so you dive down into the water and you are swimming around. Go ahead and roll a survival check. Circle back to Woods in a second.
4 again. Jeez.
Yep, it's just a big blue ocean. It's really deep, so there's really nothing that you don't even see fish because it's just open ocean.
Okay.
But you do know that you're really deep. That helps a little bit. Woods,
Can
you're
I-
looking out.
Okay.
You're standing on a dock, but your head sticking through a rift.
Okay, here's my question. If I created a rift and put a boat on the other side, the boat would just stay there, right? There's no way I could pull it. Like, there's no way our boat on Ivana's side could tow a boat on the other side.
Correct.
You have one of the rowboats.
Yeah,
The lifeboats.
What I'm saying, if I took a lifeboat and I kept a little, I can't move rifts, right? Once a rift opens, it doesn't move.
Yeah, rift is stationary. You do know from fighting the pirates that they do move their ships from one side to the other, but they seem to use a version of a phase round.
I'm gonna get in a rowboat and I'm gonna see if I can do it. I'm gonna see if I can phase myself and a rowboat to the other side.
You're going to open a rift big enough to fit a rowboat through. Is that your plan?
No, that's good. What the point's gonna be? I'd have to stay in Dorma and just row in that direction. I'd never be able to keep up with you guys.
I will say,
But if they are in Dorma, we can start going to the other side, though.
I'm gonna get in a rowboat and I'm going to open a rift.
So then you're able to row through the rift.
Yeah,
Boat is on Norma's side now. You're on Norma's side. Do you have the tapestry with you? Or is it
I
still?
do.
Okay. You start feeling it pull you that same northern direction.
okay. The same direction we were already going.
Same direction you were going before.
Okay, go north. Stay at a steady speed at 2 clicks. This as fast as I can row and the fastest I can gust myself. And I'm just going to stay in the rowboat on the other side. I'm going to, and
You're
then
going to have to take 5 points of damage from your opening of the rift, large enough for your
Okay.
rowboat to fit through. I think that's a reasonable amount for.
okay, I'm not going to close it though.
I assumed you wouldn't.
Let's leave it open. In the
So
middle
you're
of
going
the
to
ocean.
go north on the Dorma side, and we're just going to keep going north on this side?
Yep. And then when I feel it stop pulling, I'll open another rift.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
That's what you're going to do?
That's what we're going to do. We're going to try it.
All right. So you're going your separate ways. Wood's on a rowboat in the ocean. You guys with your 2-ship armada.
Do you want someone to go with you?
Yeah, give me one person.
Okay.
Give me your dad.
Okay, we can ask him.
Yeah.
You did state he doesn't get angry in Dorma.
Yeah,
So.
I want him with me. All right, so the 2 of us are on a rowboat, and we're holding the map. We're rowing. We're going to keep up. I'm going to use my gust, right? So we're going to keep up. We're going to pick a steady speed, and when it stops pulling. All right, so that's what we're going to
We'll
do.
go a speed where I think it would match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
so you
gust.
think it's going to match. So let's go ahead and roll. You're going to roll intelligence, I feel like. So Kincaid and Woods are going to roll intelligence.
I have a -1, by the way.
So do I. 8.
1. I rolled a 2.
Oh, and -1, and you rolled a
9 minus 1.
8 and 2. The difference of that is 6. How long are you guys going to be going in your respective directions?
I'd probably say a couple hours.
We're gonna
at
go
least.
until the tapestry stops pulling me, and then I'm gonna open a rift.
Okay. So about 5 hours goes by. Tapestry's still pulling you.
Okay.
Still going to keep going, or what's going on? How are you feeling after 5 hours of not being able to communicate with each other?
I mean, we'd probably check in. I probably would not have gone 5 hours without checking in.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
establish.
Okay. Well,
How
I
long
didn't know.
would you go?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably go
Every couple hours?
an hour. For the first time, I'd probably go an hour.
Okay.
Actually, the first time I'd probably go like 30 minutes.
Okay. So you go 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Tapestry's still pulling you in Dorma.
But I'm gonna open a tiny 1-point rift just to poke my head through to see to check in.
Go half an hour, you poke your head through.
What do I see?
You see open ocean.
We're not in the same spot.
There's no way you guys matched your speed on separate sides.
Really?
Yes, really.
Snuggers. All right. I'm gonna.
And the way I did that mechanic, it was so close. I had you each roll intelligence rolls, and if you were within 5 of each other, you would have kept pace with each other.
All right. I'm gonna look at your dad, and I'm gonna go. Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna. Dang it! What do you think we should do? Do we go back? Do we just keep course?
I don't know how we would, when we have no way of communicating with them. I don't know how we get their attention. You know, like, I don't see their boat,
I mean, I could try to do a fog cloud.
so it'll be harder to see us.
Well then, all right. I don't close the rift. I leave the little circle rift open. So I guess we're gonna just leave. I'm gonna leave a trail of circle rifts open.
All right, so you're going to take one
I'm gonna
hit
take
point.
1 hit point every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes, you can take 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just gonna continue to follow the map.
So you're going to try to leave these small rifts open every, mile or so?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought a trail that they could follow.
Well,
Unless we're ahead of you. Oh, I'm not there. I'm sailing my
feel
boat.
I feel like they'd be in front of us with the big boat.
Oh yeah. All right. Then I close the rift and we're just gonna continue forward.
In Dorma?
In Dorma.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So 5 hours goes by now.
So what's happening with what's happening with the thing?
We're going to scoot over to the other side here to see what's going on with Captain Kincaid's side of this ingenious plan.
Yeah. I mean, we've been sailing 5 hours.
I mean, I was throwing a number out there. If you wanted to do it, Sam didn't say, I don't think we'd go the full 5 hours.
No, I think after...
An hour?
I think Kincaid would be smart enough to know that a big boat would probably outsail her
Her
gusts.
rowboat.
So let's just
So I would say after maybe an hour, we would just stop for a while, within an hour. If nothing, maybe you can fly out, I can swim out.
You guys start like a search and rescue grid.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead.
Or maybe we start zigzagging a little bit to kind of slow our pace somewhat.
Okay, let's go ahead.
But then, like, I would say every hour, maybe you fly north a little bit. I'll swim south and see if we can't.
All right, let's roll a survival check with disadvantage. Even it is water, but it's still
I get it.
Probability of finding her small rift that she left open.
Oh, good.
19.
With disadvantage.
I rolled a 19 and a 16, and I get 3 for survival.
Nice. All right. So
Homeboy found me.
Homeboy found the small rift that Woods had opened
Okay.
at her half-hour mark.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the rift,
Okay.
and I'm going to look through. Do I see them anywhere?
You said you were continuing on.
I said I'm going to go. No, we all decided we were going north.
Yep.
So I was going north.
You do not see her because at this point it's been more than that half-hour mark.
Okay. I'm going to flag the ship over,
Okay.
and I'm going to be like, okay, I think she left a trail here. So she said we
So
agreed.
did you go north of us or south of us?
You probably went south and
So-
found it because I pictured you guys were ahead of them.
Okay.
So you would have found it south.
Okay. So yeah, I think we're ahead of her. So I think she's leaving behind these little tiny rifts. So let's move ahead and would I be able to calculate like how far away the distance or?
You can roll an intelligence check.
Okay. 14.
2, 8, 14. Yeah, you can't figure out her speeding. Her speed versus your speed. It's too difficult to try to figure out just because you guys aren't familiar with boats as much.
Okay.
Kincaid's familiar with boats, but his person he's trying to match against isn't.
Okay.
Ironically, you got the lowest roll though.
Yeah, I got pretty low row. So we can deduce that they're behind us.
Yeah.
But now they might be in front of us, right?
Yeah, they might be in front of us.
But I know it looks like she's leaving little tiny rifts open to mark her trail.
I want to do it again.
Let's go as slow as we can forward, and maybe the other boat can stay back, or I can swim. I don't mind swimming behind the boat a little bit.
All right, let's get back to the Dorma side. What was Woods thinking after your half-hour mark?
I want to do another one.
How far? Like how long?
A half an hour. I rode for half an hour.
So you are going to do it every half hour? You're
Yeah.
gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And
I popped my head in. Do I see them?
You do not, but go ahead and roll a d6.
3.
3. So after 3 hours, assuming that you're going to wait that long,
Okay.
you're popping your riffs up every
30 minutes.
30
so
minutes.
that's 6 riffs.
So 6 riffs. At this point, it's starting to get dark.
Okay.
And out in the distance, you see kind of a eerie fog appear that looks kind of very menacingly.
Okay.
And sticking out of the fog, you see ship masts, multiple ship masts.
Okay. I'm going to take my boat to the other side.
Okay, sounds good. So you
That's
open
5 more points.
I think we did 6 for a rift large enough for the rowboat and yourself.
And I want to close it. It's
So,
half to close, right?
No, it's easier to open. So 12 to close. And then you're just going to wait there?
Yeah, I'm going to wait there.
So 3 hours later, you guys moving your crawling space, you keep coming across these small one-person rifts.
So she got ahead of us then?
Yeah, because you guys
And we went
back
slower.
to find
Okay.
her, and then you slowed
Okay.
down. So about, let's say, 4 hours later, so you guys were staying there for an hour, you see a small rowboat with what looks like an exhausted Woods on it. Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for spending the time listening to us on our podcast. It really just means a lot to us. If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll pass this along to your friends so we can grow our listenership as well. You should also check us out on our website at carriageresttales.com. At our website, you'll be able to access some of our additional content, such as our one-shot episodes, but you'll also be able to see some of the information on how you can get a hold of us, either through social media or email. As always, thanks again for being a listener, and don't be a stranger. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
What happened?
I was trying to match what I thought your speed was, and
How fast do you think we were going to go? We're a boat. We're a small boat. It's just 2 of us. You see me, Gust?
yeah, and I was trying to match it, but I can't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Get me up. We have a problem. Right on the other side of in Dorma, there is just, I don't know what's happening, but it is ships underneath the water. I think this is where we need to be. And like, can I feel anything with the tapestry?
You felt the pull towards that cluster of maybe it's ships. You weren't quite sure because it's just too much of that menacing fog in the way. As soon as you crossed into Ivana, though, you no longer feel it.
How far ahead were they, would you say?
I mean, half a mile. So I think this is where we need to be. But
Yeah.
I need a minute.
Okay. Well, get you on the ship, rest up.
Do any of our elven friends have healing powers?
I would say yes. There would probably be at least one healer on there.
Great.
So they would be able to cast heal wounds on you.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds, yes, thank you. Heal wounds.
What level would they be?
They're not going to be as high level as you. We'll say they have 1 second level spot,
Okay.
and then they would have, I don't know, 3 first level spots. I don't know how that works. And they would probably use all of them if they needed to. They would
Okay.
listen to your direction.
Okay.
If they do expend other spell slots, though, they're not going to
To get them back.
get them back yet.
I think it's more important for us to have Woods
Healed up.
at 100% than one elf that we probably won't use.
The second level
The-
got me 19 back.
Kincaid know how to open rifts?
I thought I learned how to do it.
Yeah, I think you learned to open them, but you don't know how to
Or
close them yet.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And we know Bonnie can open them too.
Bonnie can close them, but not open them.
All right. They have 1 first level slot back. The
All
person
Order
on
of
our
Light
boat.
members can close rifts.
I think this is where we need to be.
So do we need to go to the other side to do it?
I say we wait till they move over to the other side.
If they
I don't think,
move to
I
the
don't
other
think they're
side.
going to come to the other side. It looks like it's all under the
Well,
ocean.
they keep going back and forth, so.
Yeah, but have they gone back? For the last 5 hours, we've stayed on Dorma side.
About how long, like, does Vasto know, like, how long, like,
Normally, it would go back and forth.
Normally, it seemed to go back and forth every day when you were tracking it.
Because whoever it is dissoluting.
yeah.
So, either
we don't know what
we need to wait on this side and
Until they-
surprise attack them.
until they dissolute it. Yeah, because so it's either Nomus or somebody can't stay on that side. So they're coming. Whoever has Nomus can't stay on that side, or Nomus can't stay on that side. So he keeps dissoluting back to our side.
But we don't know what direction they're traveling in Ivana.
They weren't moving.
They were just stationary.
They were. It was like fog, and like all of a sudden it was really weird feeling. I got really creeped out. And just poking up out of the ground was like a circle of all these like masts of like pirate boats, like just docked in the middle of the ocean.
All right.
Well, our 2 ships aren't equipped to take out.
No.
A
And my
pirate
rowboat
armada.
can't do it.
Well, I know, but you said surprise attack them. I don't know.
No,
if
I
that's...
think he means, I don't know if they're all going to come to this side. I'm thinking, I wonder if just
maybe one.
maybe Nomus just dissolutes to this side.
Well, do we need to sail half a mile north?
I don't think they're moving.
I know, I'm just saying they're a half a mile from us now.
Oh.
Do we want to get closer to them or like on the other side of where we think they're going to be?
Oh, I don't know. I think we stay on this side
So we want to be a half a mile
behind them.
behind them?
Yeah, I mean, we can come up like 1/4 of a mile, close the distance a bit. I don't want to be right on top of them if they come to this side.
Yeah.
And be right in the middle of it.
Well, I was trying to think, do we need our capable fighters on one ship and then like have the elves on the second ship?
Yeah. Or like, let's split them, elves and healers, like
I'm thinking elves would have like,
magic.
probably good with bows and magic. They can, be more of a support.
I think
That's-
we should pop our head over to the
You guys want to see?
Dharma.
Can you
Yeah.
do like a little like
just to make
Dorma people
make
like,
sure, like, I don't have to
telescope,
look, just to
periscope?
make sure, the
Yeah.
ship don't disappear or something.
Yeah, I got a little, open up a little, you guys can look. What do they see?
All right, so you guys are looking through
A head size.
head size. Well, you can open a person size.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's the smallest you can do.
Yeah.
So you look into Dorma, and what you see is the same thing that Woods kind of saw. You see a very foggy kind of smoke, kind of like a smoky haze, over a large, think about the size of maybe 4 football fields. And then sticking out of that hazy smoke, you just see a bunch of different masts. Now you have a chance to kind of look at it, you would probably see 12 masts in total. At least Kincaid, since you would know what to look for a little bit better. So you would count that there might be 12 ships. And kind of like how Woods described, they seem to be in like a rough circle. So there's a cavity in the middle of where the ships would be.
do you want me to go over there and like swim and try to get closer?
Yeah, she's nodding her head, yes.
Because maybe I can see if that mechanical whale is over there too.
So you're going to dive in just through that hole off the ship, just into the water, or what's your plan?
I guess I would need you to create one like a little lower. Or I can open one too.
Underwater.
I can open a rift too, right?
You can open rifts, yes.
How much hit points does it take for him to open a rift?
Twice as many as it does for you.
I'll do it.
Do it underwater.
Yeah, I'll reach over. I don't have to reach. I'll just concentrate and open one so you can kind of just like jump in.
Underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it open.
So you jump in on the Havana side and you swim through to the Dorma side. Water feels the same. It's night at this point on both sides, and you're going to swim to get a little bit closer.
Yep.
Go ahead and do a perception check. You can have advantage because it is in the water.
Natty Kitty.
Natty
Catty.
Natty Catty.
Natty Catty.
So you notice that there are some merfolk that are also swimming around, kind of like they might be on patrol. Now you're a lot higher level than they are, and you're used to being in the water. You're a warrior in the water, so you're good at avoiding the sight lines for them, so you swim down a little bit deeper. As you're swimming down deeper, though, you notice that there's a very large, for lack of a better word, aircraft carrier size submarine that is below this little ship port, maybe, is what you're kind of thinking. And as you get closer to that submarine thing, you notice that it's very damaged.
The submarine is damaged?
Yes, the submarine is damaged. Like maybe the back 2/3 of it looks like it was just ripped apart by something. Not quite sure what it is, but you see a lot of bent and broken metal gashes in the side of it. And then you see that there are 2 really thick chains that are going up towards the surface.
Okay, like it's being held there by maybe some of the larger ships.
Yep, that kind of be what you put in place.
Can I get closer to the submarine to see if there are people on it? Or did you say there's like something coming out, like it's a port, like that glass port I saw at the Merfolk capital?
Oh, yeah. I like it. So you swim over to the submarine, and what you notice is that it's open to the ocean. And then as you get closer to you realize it's more like a metallic coral reef. And then you see that there's a bunch of merfolk that are swimming around inside of it.
Okay.
But it's about the size of an aircraft carrier, but in the water. Looks kind of like a submarine in shape, but as you get closer to it, you realize like, oh, it's actually more like a coral, like an artificial coral reef.
Okay. But it's been tore open. There's water in the submarine.
Yep.
What about this port thing?
There's no port. It's just cables going up to the surface.
Okay.
So you would guess that there's no air.
So if Nomus is here, he's probably on one of the ships up above.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a nature check. I think it'd be nature.
Single roll, advantage, disadvantage?
I'm going to do single roll on this one because it's more of a cultural thing.
7.
7. Yeah, I think you would just maybe put together that it looks like a coral reef. Like that's where fish would live and stuff like that.
Okay. I am going to head back to my boat.
Okay.
And somehow try to relate all of that to you all about the submarine's down there. Looks like something attacked it. There's no life forms in the submarine, but there are merfolk swimming around it.
So
and looks like there's merfolk above patrolling.
All right, so you think Nomus is on a boat? Did you see the boats?
Yeah, there's 12 of them.
Did you see the smaller submarine or?
You did not see the small submarine.
The whale.
Yeah.
You didn't see the metallic whale. You just saw the large coral reef thing.
How do these boats survive underwater? If
No, the 12 ships are on top, and there's like 2 chains coming down connecting it to the big submarine.
Oh, the ships aren't underwater?
Ships are not underwater.
There's a fog that's
Oh,
they're sitting on top of. But I don't know if the merfolk are friendly or not.
Gotcha.
I've never seen merfolk on the Dorma side. I think when we met the queen, it was on the Havana side.
was.
And they're
on the Havana
different.
side.
They don't look like maybe one that you would maybe possibly known from the queen they ran into.
Can I use a bead to see if I would recognize?
Sure, you can use a bead if you want to.
While I was down there, I want to try to remember what the queen's guard was wearing. Crests, symbols.
All right, so using your bead, we'll get some more
There.
details in here.
I used a bead. Here you go.
Love it.
Oh!
So using the bead, now you're going back and you're telling them about what you saw down there. And you start piecing together a few more things. One, you remember that the merfolk that seemed to be on patrol, every time they passed, they had a scent of fresh blood on them. And then you remembered seeing, oh, I saw that pirate symbol on their arms and their backs, but they all looked like they were fresh brands. And then when you were looking at the coral reef thing, you remembered seeing, oh, there was like living quarters in there. And it looked like there was a temple in there. So you're starting to put together like, oh, that was probably a capital city. You also remembered now seeing that there were some jails in there with some merfolk behind them. So some merfolk were free and some merfolk were not.
So I can deduce maybe that the pirates or Captain Ebonier, whoever got to the merfolk, some maybe disbanded and joined them while the others did not, and they're in prison now.
Yes.
Okay.
So mission 2, save the merfolk.
Just like save all the shadows that
Yeah,
we said
people
we
were
would
coming
come
back
back
for
for.
it. I told them well, that's what season 3 is. It's our
We'll come
adventure
back
season.
for
Come
you.
over and then run away. I'm trying to think what else I can give you for the bead, because the bead's a bigger thing.
Any of this stuff I recognize from my past life.
From your past life,
Is this like an old structure, newer structure?
I can go with that. So it is a newer structure. I'll say that since you've seen the underwater whale, you were close enough because you stealthed in to get a good look at the prisons and all that stuff. You would have heard one of the merfolk guards talking to each other, and they would have been surprised at how quickly the professor was able to copy their technology into building underwater vessels.
So your friend Damien is
here.
hard at work. I don't know if he's here, but he has been here duplicating merfolk technology to create underwater vessels.
And then you would have heard them say, I wonder when he'll get around to repairing Atlantis.
So I'm guessing Atlantis was the big aircraft carrier size damaged city.
Yes.
And then what was big enough or strong enough to attack that to cause those big gaping holes in it? Or was it
I'll
like,
have you roll a history check on that one.
great, all the things I'm -1 in. Why not?
Sorry. We'll let other people roll it too as you're talking
3.
about this. Okay.
1.
All right. Vaso, maybe.
Was it history?
Yep.
11.
Is it the aircraft carriers? Like the big ships that Damien and Emil, like the elemental things?
Air elemental ships?
Yeah.
Those are just
Oh.
normal ones.
This is like totally underwater.
Yep.
Well, I rolled a 1, so that makes it all makes sense.
Oh, water versus air, water.
Yeah, you're not sure right now what would
Okay.
have been able to cause that much damage.
So Vaso is going to stick his head out the portal or the
The rift.
Does he feel agitated at all, or?
It's not as strong as it used to be. Same thing as before. You would have noticed this when you guys were fighting in Dorma with your dad and everything at your lake home.
Okay, so there's no difference.
There's
So
no difference in the atmosphere.
I'm going to think back to the time where Kincaid was interlocked in a battle between a Dorma dragon and a Dorma kraken. That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Would I think either of those things could damage?
You would think, and then you start remembering back to the Kraken fight, and then you remember that there was a lot of debris that was floating around
Oh, that was heavy.
that was heavy and metallic. So you think maybe the Kraken is what attacked Atlantis.
Okay, so not only do we have pirate merfolk patrolling the waters, so that eliminates any of our sneak attack going in from the Dorma side.
yeah.
But now there's like a Dorma kraken that's been here somewhat recently, in the past couple years. So it could be still here.
Okay.
So I don't think there's getting any tactical thing. Of,
What's our game plan? Are we just going to go in guns a-blazing, or are we going to try to, like, figure out how to find Nomus? Like, use the, like, do we just stealth and...
well, that's what I'm saying. There's merfolk, pirate
Everywhere.
merfolk patrolling the waters. So I don't know how we're going to get a ship over there for you all to get on. Like, I might be able to navigate around it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it. This
This
gotta
is
be
wild.
We got to
What
sneak
if
in
we-
there.
And the tapestry didn't work for me, right?
Doesn't work for you
So
because
I
you don't have
I
a
have no
connection with
idea
them.
where.
What if can we play a little bait game? Like, what if...
Is that a fishing reference?
Yeah. What if...
They tried that once with me, and I didn't really appreciate it.
Can we offer me up as bait? We know the professor wants me. We know all these people want me. And I can just be concentrating the entire time that I'm, quote, captured and try to turn into my goddess. And then when we're inside, maybe, I don't know, I could, like, just turn in my goddess form and start killing people. or take
That probably has a lower probability of success than us finding your little rift things.
You found my rifts.
But you almost died or exhausted yourself.
I don't know how we're gonna find them. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
This is what we need to do. On the Ivana side, we need to get closer.
Okay.
Open up a tiny rift, sneak through onto one of the pirate ships, and then I don't know, start
Dress up as pirates. Just start.
Yeah,
We're gonna die in 4 minutes. General,
okay,
you've been around for 3,000 years.
What other ideas
That's
do
what I'm
you
saying.
have?
I don't have any.
We can't sneak in on ships on the Ivana side because there's more folk patrolling the waters. Like there's no stealthily, I think, getting you two over there.
Well, the merfolk are on Denoa side.
Some had the pirate brand though.
The what?
There are merfolk on the Denoa side, right? With pirate brands on them.
Yes, but Vasa's thought was to do the boat sailing on the Ivana side, where the mofolk aren't.
Or do you want to just hang out here?
And then try to go where we gauge as the middle circle and then pop out real quick?
Guys, I don't know. This puzzle is really hard.
Or could we replicate the pirate brand on us to sneak past the merfolk? Say, oh yeah, we were out on a recon, we're coming back in.
I want to do that.
That could get us closer.
I want to do that.
So our plan is to either A, stay on the Ivana side, maybe go a quarter mile more north where we think the circle is, pop a big enough rift for some of us to go out into, figure out which boat Nomus is on, rescue him, or we just stay where we are and let them phase into Ivana, or we somehow brand ourselves with a pirate thing to sneak past the merfolk to sneak in on the Ivana side, or Dorma side.
What do you want to do?
I like option A because we're
I'm tired of waiting.
We're keeping the distance between us and them.
So no, option A is we're going in there.
So we're going to sail a quarter of a mile more.
Uh-huh.
Maybe pop a little bit more rift holes to gauge when we think we're going to be in the middle of the pirate ships.
Okay.
Once we think we're there, pop a big enough rift for some of us to come out of, and maybe like a small boat, figure out where Nomus is based on the tapestry, and then storm that boat.
Let's do it.
Hopefully find him, and then get back.
I can try to turn into a goddess and take us to our temple.
But then what about the other boat?
Let's make that the last resort.
You can't transport 27, 26 people.
Guys.
I think it's just going to be us. Like
it's just going to be us. People are going to die.
We need to keep it like.
Okay, so tell everybody go sail
back, leave.
Just head back towards Cape Town.
We're going to Harry Potter it. It's just us going in.
Well, they can wait like where they are so that when we come back out.
But if 12 ships pop out, they're
dead. We need to just go in, just us. Maybe your dad.
Yeah, go in, find Nomus, go back out, and they'll be there, and they can pick us up. I mean, how are we going to escape?
If we go to my temple, I'll turn into a goddess and take us to my temple. That's the only.
That took you forever though to do.
I know, but I don't know if we come back to this side, they're just going to follow, and then everyone dies. They're not going to follow.
If we do it right, if we don't draw attention.
I don't think that's going to happen.
There's 12 ships pointing at us in the middle of a big circle.
And we're all wanted.
Pop out.
I mean, I'm in for I think we just got to figure it out as we go, guys. I don't think we can have a plan. We just got to figure it out as we go.
Okay. Well, if we die, it's your fault.
That's fine. And it can be my fault. I'll be dead, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Let's do it.
All right.
So we're sailing in.
Hold on. Are we sending both boats back?
Yeah.
Like just have them start sailing back slowly back towards Cape Town? And the three of us are going to get in a little small boat, pop our head in and out of Dorma and Ivana, figure out where the middle of those boats are.
I want to talk to his dad. What does he think?
I think y'all are nuts.
Yeah. Does he have a better idea? You've been doing this. You used to do this. What you can think like them. What are they expecting? What aren't they expecting?
I mean, I don't think I can think like a shadow, but I do feel a smaller strike force would probably be a better way to. We don't have the manpower to do a frontal assault, so I feel like we're going to have to do a strike force, try to maybe take out leadership to make some chaos that we can utilize. But
what if you go in asking for Benson?
Okay, and then what?
Talk to him. See if you can convince him to help us.
If Benson's even there.
Did you see any Order of Light insignia over there?
I just saw merfolk with the pirate brand on them.
Yeah, so I don't think
the order's even there.
I don't think this is an order thing.
You think she's all pirate?
Yes.
You think the pirates have Nomus? So let's just.
Well, I think Captain Ebenier's probably here.
Yeah.
That's where they.
So, but I think the
heard
order's on
your-
their. I would assume the order's on their way.
Yeah, we heard your centaur say, "Get to Captain Ebenier. It's time for the merger." So something's, I think, getting ready to go down here with whoever this pirate captain is.
All right, I
too.
think we could. What if we get in our rowboat, get over to the other side, dense fog cloud, super dense fog cloud, so they can't see us, and we can try to navigate using our in the water, our little boat, just using our tapestry to point us to the right boat.
We are all. I like that plan. We're also really good at chaos. So when we find the boat,
We just create chaos
we can just maybe throw some
Set-
grease
set it-
bags
on
on some
other
of the.
boats. Yeah.
I think that I do think a small strike force will be our highest success.
And we're good with chaos in other forms.
Have we seen Captain Ebenier? Do we?
You guys have not seen Captain Ebenir. So
I
you're
think
not
I
sure
think I
what
know
that
who
looks
he
like.
is.
All right.
I'm curious
Let's
who you
go.
think it is.
I'll say it off air.
Okay. So we're going to send the elves back.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the 4 of us.
All right. Got a plan.
So you guys jump in your rowboat. You wait for about 30 minutes for your 2 armada ships to get far enough away that they want to get just instantly caught. And you guys start, I guess, rowing forward about a quarter of a mile.
Ah, looks like the bard has done it again. What a splendid crowd y'all have been. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to listen to our podcast. It really means a lot to us. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review. It's really going to help us grow our listenership and be able to reach more people. I also want to give a special thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music for today's episode.